Here are today in Newcastle foreshore, and we're going to check out the remnants of the the old Supercars racetrack. This circuit used to go around here. To start with, actually parked in what used to be the pit lane, so go find a start line and we'll walk a lap of the place. Yeah, look on the straight here, you actually still see the grid markings. There's Lucky 13 just there. And we'll go find where the actual stay line was. So here's our pole position, front row of the grid, and up here, it's also advertising. Thrifty Rentals, and NewSouthWales.com. Someone's been here reenacting the start of the race. I doubt the burnouts will last this long. There's a Camaro, there's the race over here. You see the end of the car park here, they've got these temporary barriers here still where they used to have the pit exit. Check the flag on the ground from the pit exit. That's the garage used to be on the right there. Where them cars are. Just come temporarily build them. The car used to come out here, the pits onto the street. This used to be turn 1. I think this is all new gutters have been added here. It wasn't as wide as this before. The roundabout was a temporary one for a while there. It's all been added. And then barricades in the middle there. They used to be like temporary, they used to lift them in and out for the races. And now they're apparently cemented into place. And there was the fountain that Jamie Winkup jumped in. Probably the smartest idea. Get tetanus or something. Coming on to what was straight up the hill. This is the old Newcastle train station terminal. This was used as the paddock for the support divisions. Things like vintage touring car type things, so they call heritage touring cars, Oscar Masters, they were at the time. V8 Utes, I think Super 2s might have even been in here. Yeah, they used all this area to pit them cars. Let's get back to Watt Street. Train line in Hunter Street, tram line. Had to cover these over for the later races. I weren't here the first few. Coming up West Street, you can still see that the speed humps crossings are temporary. They haven't been replaced with permanent ones yet since it shut down. I think this corner here used to be the overhead bridge, and the ticket gates are around here. You see the videos of the races. This is where the footbridge was, I believe. Actually, that building there. This was actually outside of the racetrack area. That building is Sol Hub, and I went there one time to watch the races with someone from Legal Aid as part of their deal, helping them out. Yeah, up here somewhere should be the part where Craig Lowndes got crashed to the fence by Scott McLaughlin. See if you can figure out where that was. Yeah, coming up here, I'm not totally sure where that was. There's no obvious part where the fence juts in, so maybe it was this intersection here. The fence went in. Let's have a bit of a look. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's got temporary crossings here still. Check the video, otherwise people at home might know where it was in relation to these buildings here. But we'll keep on going up the hill up to the second turn. I believe, I assume it's the second turn. Some new buildings, there's a nice old buildings on this side of the road. Got terraces. The place did look good on television when they had the coverage. Yeah, that side of the road was mainly outside the spectator area. But this side was the GA area like when we're here. It was loud with the buildings echoing all the noise. Right up the top of the hill is the police station. This is a turn up the end of White Street, turn left up here. Same deal here, still got temporary median strips. There's a few crashes here from memory. There's a red flag and I'm on a Toyota 86 race one here. We're left here and back down past the beach. You can see that's a temporary intersection there. Get up over the hill here. Get down here. It's a bit of elevation this part of the track. Stand towards the beach. It's a nice day out there today. A couple of toll ships out there, you can see. There's not a whole lot here. It used to be a racetrack, but they didn't change a whole lot here to make it a racetrack. Down the hill a bit here now. Here's another one of them temporary structures for the crossing speed hump pedestrian island there. I guess the longer it is to the race building, these will start getting replaced with the permanent ones, unfortunately. Nice block of flats or something there. With a mural inside if you can see it. Actually on the right here was the entrance to the old Matari hill climb track. So we might have to come out and do a walk up that Matari hill climb track one day. Maybe I'm interested in that sort of thing. Beach is going off today. Just keep going down here a bit further. Down the hill here a bit further. Again, another little bit of evidence of the track's history with the temporary island on the crossing. You can see where these little forklifts underneath and the people in and out. I'll sneak under the road here. This was the racetrack above us. It's the tail end of the road's been repainted fairly recently. Just have a Trevor Dickinson mural in here. On this side, Pacific Park, over here, they had a lot of sponsor activation stuff. This park here. They had like the police display, the army display, some merchandise tents, things like that in this area. Yeah, let's go find the track again. Yes, this is the bottom of the hill, the Esplanade. Come around this bend here near the beach. Just below says that's the tunnel we just come through. Around this bend here, still these yellow markings there, something to do with the racetrack on the road. Some photos of me, there's a gap in the barricades facing this way here. I took some photos from here the first year it was on. So this is where the long straight past the beach finished. The cars come up. Down around here, up this corner here, it's got a half temporary roundabout, temporary crossing over there where that runoff area used to be. You've got the yellow markings here still for the inside line of the track. There's yellow markings over there for where the barricade used to live. And it's down here on Azara Street. A temporary crossing / speed hump. Come to this section, they call it the staircase because it went left, right, or right, left. Just got to find the right streets to figure out where we're going. There's an ice cream shop here. The guy lived upstairs, used to stay in the Albion Hotel. And he stuck his own Albion Hotel ad up on the side of the building there one year. So the ice cream shop has a cool beach theme mural on it. So I was going to shot across the street, continue down Zara Street. And down here, I believe it turned to the right. Yeah, because you're on temporary crossings. Should go across the crossing. Went up the hill here. There's no other markings on this part of the road either, as you can see. So went up here past these nice old houses, the terraces. Left turning here at Pernell Place, Pinell Place even. See the road here, it's got the markings are still here for the yellow lines for the edge of the racetrack. Got a temporary median strip. So went down here, the boat rowers way, whatever they call this. Go down here towards Fort Scratchley. It's one of the older parts of Newcastle, some nice old buildings up here. It's an interesting looking laneway, well, unless it's not a laneway, it's a street. Old terrace houses in it. But the racetrack itself is on this side of the road. More old houses. The other side of the road there's a few old terraces. All the wharfies and people who work at docks and stuff used to live in this area back in the old days. Walk down the hill to work. Where the pitch track was, that was a lot of industrial area back. Even when I was a kid, there's still industrial stuff there. Yeah, there's another temporary speed hump crossing. There it goes past the gates of Fort Scratchley. It's one of the few places in Newcastle that fired on Japanese ships during the war, due to submarine attack. When it was open, they had like you get up there, it was all the who's who of local industry and government, got the invites up there. Some not so old houses on this side. One of these along here somewhere, might have been one of these, had a big protest sign on the roof one year about the event being here. Some more temporary median strips here, crossings. Crest of the hill here, went down towards the beach. It's a bit of a straight here. And down the bottom here, when we get down there, it's actually built a temporary part of the circuit. Still kind of there. The car park there was a bit of a GA area, you can stand out there and watch the races. And also that side street going up there, you can stand up top of that hill there, watch the racing front there as well, when it was on. Another temporary speed hump. This bit, we'll zoom in a bit, this bit looked good on television. There's the all the beach, the harbour in the background. So on the hill here, the roundabout stayed in place during the races. They use this side of the road. They go straight shot through to the car park. Out there you can see all these AstroTurf green median strips here. There's one over there, and there's a gap on the other side there. So we get across the road here and run over. There's concrete barriers weren't here either. The track went down in through here. Also over to the right here is the pavilion. One year they had all the Aussie racing cars parked there as their pit area. Yeah, I'll see if we can find. I think they've replaced some of the old track that was built temporarily, but we'll see if we can find it. We're out in the car park, it's still here. Just get run over again. This here was the actual racetrack here. They actually built out of this part to the park. That's what they'd be used as parking, I think. And there's a race all the inside here was all corporate tents and things like that. And had temporary grandstands built on the right here. You watch the videos. So there's like still a ripple strip on the side of the road. Added some playground equipment. So the ribbons are tyre marks. It was a racetrack. Closest Newcastle we've got to having a permanent racetrack. Down the bottom here was the hairpin. So around here somewhere Richard Mork spun out. Have some pictures of that somewhere. Right, now we're getting to the bottom. Yeah, the right here I think it was all the grandstands. Had a jumbo tray around here somewhere. It was like a Jim Beam or a Bundaberry Rumble or something, tent in the middle there. Pizza shops and things. I don't know this bit here. Yeah, so you can see there's a sort of temporary on the road. Some gym equipment. Some waterboarding over there. Cool patterns painted on there for some reason. Yeah, down this bit of car park here was the hairpin. Oh, this is really popular with campers, people in camper vans practically live down here these days. See if you're around. On there. Rows of bins, they can put their stuff in. Right, so look, there's a marking there. So yeah, there's the yellow line would have been the edge of the racetrack. So the track went down around. The hairpin went around here. There you go, there's the edge of the track there. The concrete barricades on this yellow line. That's a car park. It was a car park originally. Actually, even on the infield here. So the barricades were for the aerial shots. Still has Shannon's ad and on the ground. Actually, that's the inside of the track there. Sneak through these cars here. They come out of the hairpin, go back up towards the Port Authority. So look over here. There we go. It's also advertising paid on the ground still. Squeaky thongs these ones. I got them yesterday. Bear with that. There we go. So Newcastle advertising on the road. It would have been the outside of the hairpin for the aerial helicopter shots. Get on the YouTube later. See if we find some videos of the actual races. So look at the Harper wire here. Yeah, there's plenty of caravans around. And this is what made it so good. You just pan from the racetrack to the harbour. Nice day for it. A few ships come and go on Beanie. And yeah, let's go back and find the rest of the racetrack. Yeah, so it's coming out of the hairpin here. That yellow line would have been the edge of the track, I believe. So I'm walking through here. You've got to walk on this side of the track to get around the track. They had a bridge to get over into the middle over at the other side there near the beach club, I think it was. But they're enjoying the day at the harbour. Run over by cars that are possibly leaving, or just using their AC. Could have sitting there idle and ever. But yeah, there's a pilot station, Newcastle Port Authority. Yeah, so that was the hairpin in there. They come up this little sort of straight here. We turn it right back on the pit straight. Yeah, so they come out of the car park area, just the hairpin in the park. You see here, it's got temporary median strips again, so they could just forklift them out before the race back in the day. This side's even still got the red and white curbing paint on it. That's pretty good. Actually, they repainted this. So you'd expect that to have stuck a tyre over on it. They kept their posterity, who knows. Yeah, see there's the yellow line in the middle of the road there. That's the edge of your track. Come around the corner here. Oh, there's some marks of real strip there. Maybe it isn't repainted. You got this short little curvy section. And back to the main straight. There we go, it's in that curvy section. We've got the back of the grid. So 39 and 40. And Bill had a bad day. Yeah, a bit bad when he started around the corner from the start of the race. Your end grid boxes. It's on the support divisions. Might have enough cars for that. Maybe Aussie racing cars or something. Supercars would have started to the straight. And on the right there, or left there, sorry. That parking area there, that was like the pit entrance. So they started to go in the pit lane over there, get off the racing line. It's 29:30, we had what, 26 cars running back then? So the first actual supercars would have started around this area. Yeah, repainted 26, I'd say. They repainted these ones specifically for the supercars. But over there, so it's like your pit entrance all in that car park there, and into the permanent car park over there. So they've got the temporary barricades, again, temporary median strips there, green astroturf on them. Over there, they built the big pit complex. See, they had a bridge along here too. Main street here somewhere. Well, this is a start line gantry thing. Yeah, so the pits went into there. Just got done for speeding allegedly. And this here is the actual finish line. Probably the tracks will start line and finish lines at different spots. Yeah, we'll keep wandering back up to the start line. For median strip here. Yeah, so the pit complex was over there. Corporate boxes and whatnot. That's where we used the car park. I think it was already there, car park. Rabbit person. We're getting somewhere near where we started. We're getting there. But he's second, set third and fourth, second row of the grid. And here's the official start line with the radius to get run over. So let's take the video out of that car. Along here they had all the Red Bull had a yacht parked up along here somewhere. There's a few yachts and things parked here people are watching the races from. Actually comes a big ship in the port. Here's the pit exit. It's got the yellow blend line on the right there. And the line here, so somewhere here should be, if there's cars here, maybe it should be a line for this check flag pattern here. Oh, that's the fast lane there, the other line. If there's a, can't say, I thought there might have been a pit speed limiter line here, might be underneath one of these cars here. No, there's the fast lane mark along there. That lines up with the end of the pit lane there. Even this car park here, the speed humps were temporary. And I'm bolting for the races, and the things out there are temporary. Yeah, there's more yellow line up here. I thought the pit bays might have been marked on this side of the road, but can't see any markings where they ever were. Probably was about here, the pit lane. We're all walking. There you go, that's our tour of the former V8 Supercar track in Newcastle. There's a ship we've come in the port there at the moment. See the main straight. That was the main straight there. But yeah, there's our walk around the V8 Supercar track. If you have any memories, thoughts or ideas about the place, post them in the comments. As always, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you next time. Okay, now it's been a long video, and thanks for sticking around if you did. But what I do have here is a lot of photos that I took back in the day at the races. So I might do an extended version of this video if there's enough interest later on. And we'll splice some of the photos in to the areas of the track now, and there's a bit of a comparison about how it looked back then and how it looks now. And yeah, if you're interested in that sort of thing, make sure to make a comment about that as well. Again, thanks for watching.